Hey there, today I'll be showing you how to draw a boulder from Clash of Clans. So I'm going to start in the middle of the face with the eye. The one on the right, we start with a curve for the upper eyelid, curving across. From here we're going to draw a little frown line. So from here we're going to curve up, and then we're going to draw in the upper eyelid underneath this brow area. So from the front here, we're just going to move over, draw a little curve coming down. And on the top here, we just want to draw a little bit of it poking out on the side as well. From here we're going to connect those 2 points on the ends with a curve for the bottom eyelid. You can do a little bit of overlap if you like. And then under here, I'm just going to draw a little curve for an eye bag. Let's draw in the iris and pupil. So right here, just right of center, I'm just going to draw a small circle. And we're just going to draw a little highlight circle on the top left of that iris. And then just color the bottom in black. Let's go ahead and draw on the nose. So because I have the character that's sort of facing in the left direction, the nose will sort of overlap the left side of the face a little bit. So from here, we're going to move over from that brow line and draw a big curve for the nose coming up. And from here we're just going to flare out the nostrils. So we're going to curve out and we'll curl this back in for the sides of the nose. Up here we just want to draw a little frown line, so curving across like that. Let's go over to the left eye and just draw the curve for the frown line here. So we're going to do an overlap over that nose. Now we're going to draw the top of the brow. So up here, just want to draw a curve coming in. Now we're going to draw in the eyelid, so on the side here on the left, we'll just curve up underneath the brow, and then like we did here, we're just going to curve and tuck this in underneath the nose. Let's go ahead and draw in an iris. So on here, we're just going to draw a small circle, and we're going to draw that little tiny highlight and just color the bottom area in black. Let's go ahead and draw the top of the brow. So just around this top brow line, we're going to go to the side and just wrap around and over the eye. We're going to do that same little curve over the right eye here. So just up here, just going to draw a little curve, showing that it kind of sticks out. From here, we're going to draw in the mouth. So the mouth gets sort of tucked in underneath the nose, but we're just going to tuck it in just right underneath this tip. So from here, on the left side, we'll go in underneath the nose, and we'll curve down on the right side. From here, we're going to curve right up like this. We're going to do a little bracket on the end, just to close off the end of the mouth. And if you want, you could draw a little bit of a smirk. So from this point, we're going to curve down and just on top of that mouth like that. From here, let's draw on the bottom of the lip. So from this point, we'll just curve and round up the bottom lip. Let's go ahead and wrap ourselves around the chin and jaw. So from this point in the brow, we're just going to curve out just alongside the mouth like this. We want to give him a really big chin. So we're just going to curve around to the bottom of the chin, to the jaw, and up towards the ear. So from here, so we curve around and just outside like this. So you can see that there's a lot more space on this side of the jaw than there is on this side because the character is facing towards the left. From here, I'm just going to draw a curve going up the jawline. Now the ear is going to get tucked into this side here, but I'm going to go up to the top and draw the top of the head. So from here, on top of the brow, I'm going to curve around and just draw the top of the head, curving around like that. And stop right there because I'm going to draw the ear. So right here on the side, the ear socket is right in here, so I'm going to start my pen on the side and curve out. I'm going to close this little gap off here. Then from this point, I'm just going to curve in the opposite direction, down towards the earlobe. And then from here, all I need to do is just draw a curve and just hook this in underneath the jawline there. Just draw a circle on the earlobe for the stud. And then for a little inner ear detail, from this point, I'm going to draw a curve going up. And I'm just going to curve out alongside the top of the ear and just kind of let it vanish off like that. Okay, so we got the head. Let's get into the body. So I'm going to have him in a standing position, holding a boulder on top of this shoulder. So I'm going to start with the left side first. So let's go down towards the chest, down to the waistline. So from here, I'm going to draw the chest. So underneath this chin, let's draw a curve like this. Now we're just going to draw the profile in first. So from here, I'm going to just do a slight overlap and curve down towards the belly line. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go to the back side and draw the arm here. So I'm going to have the arm with a fist sort of on the hip. So from here, just behind, I want the shoulders quite high. So up here, and curve out and down towards the elbow. Now this is the shoulder working its way into the arm, into the elbow. I'm going to have the forearm coming this way towards the wrist. So I'm just going to curve in like that. Now from here, I want to draw in the top of the arm. So I'm going to leave a little gap here because I'm going to draw the hand in here after. So just above this, draw a curve like this for the upper forearm. Now here, I'm going to give him some pretty big arms. So from here, I'm just going to curve up towards the head. So you got the upper arm, forearm. Now back here, you're going to see the back sort of wrapped in behind this arm. So up here by this bicep, I'm just going to curve in. Let's give him an armband. So up here on the upper arm, draw a curve like this. Step down and do the exact same curve just below it. And if you want, you can give him some chest muscles. So over here, I'm going to draw a curve from the armpit. And in the center of the chest here, from the chin, I'm going to draw a curve just to separate the chest muscles. Let's go back to this hand. So here we're going to draw the hand sort of like this. We're going to draw the top of the hand with the fingers wrapped around. So from here, I'm going to draw a curve coming down towards the knuckles. And then we want to draw the meat of the hand here. So we're going to do an overlap, curving in. We're going to take this point, curve around the first joint of the fingers, and we're just going to curve and tuck that in behind the meat of the hand. And right here, I'm just going to draw a little curve, a little hook like that, just to show the wrinkles in the fingers. Over here, let's get to the waistline. So here I'm going to draw a curve for the waistline. Now there's a rope that holds his loincloth up. Over here, I'm going to step up from this corner, curve around, and just pull this in behind that hand. And along this rope, I'm just going to start on the left side and just draw a series of curves, just to show some of the threads in the rope like that. Okay, so we got that. Before we get into the legs, I'm going to draw in this arm and the boulder. So he's going to have the boulder holding like this, so I'm going to draw the boulder first, because it's going to sit on the shoulder on top of the arm. So the boulder isn't perfectly round, it's got some little facets in it, so I'm just going to draw it about this big. So what I want to do is I'm going to start up here, just drawing a series of curves. Now I'm just kind of imagining the circle coming across, and I'm just going to give it some hard turns, so some hard edges like this, just to make it look like it's a rough boulder going across. And these are actually easier to draw than a full, complete round circle. So we got the boulder. I'm going to have the arm behind the chest coming across like this to the elbow and up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the hand. So this part of the hand first. So starting up here, I'm going to draw a curve. And on the opposite side, I'll draw a curve. This is the sides of the palm. Over here, I'm going to draw an overlap. Curving down towards the elbow. From here, I'm going to tuck this in underneath the body there. We're going to draw the forearm. So this part here, starting up here, we're going to do an overlap, curving down towards the elbow. And up here, this is the bicep. So we're going to step up to about halfway along this line and curve up into the shoulders. Now we want to draw that same armband. So I'm just going to start up here, curve across, and do one more there. Okay, so it's a very simple arm. Let's draw in some little holes in the boulder for the finger holes. So up here, like we did with the circle, I'm going to draw sort of rounded, faceted circles. So it's not perfectly circular, it's not perfectly round, it's kind of like chiseled away. Draw one there, I'll draw a quick one over on the top. And they don't have to be the same size, it's actually better if they're various size and maybe slightly different shape, like that. I want to give it some depth, so if I'm looking at this boulder this way, you're going to see a little bit of this side of the inside of the boulder hole, here, and probably here. So over here, I'm going to show a little curve like this. Now it looks like the light is picking up on that edge of that boulder hole. Go up here, cross, and then down. And down here, we'll probably do it on the bottom side, kind of like that. Okay. If you want, you can go in and draw some cracks if you'd like later. I'll just draw a few, just various wobbly lines, just like that. Let's get into the legs. So we're going to draw the loincloth first. So I'm going to have one leg coming down to the feet on the left and on the right. So in the center of the body here, I'm going to start with the central loincloth first. So line coming down on the right. Now it's going outwards. I'm going to draw a little series of zigzags going across to join that up. Let's draw one tucked in on this side. So on the edge of this rope, it's going to curve across like this, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're just going to draw zigzags tucking in underneath. On this side, we'll do the same thing. So the edge of the body, I'm going to draw to here. So all I need to do is just go across and just draw some zigzags like that. Let's draw in the left leg first. So here's the hip, going down to the knee, down to the ankle. So right here, I'm going to draw just a little bit of the kneecap. So you're going to just do a little overlap, curving down towards the ankle. We go into the inner part of the leg. I'm just going to draw a straight line across. So this is the width of the thigh. Up here, we're going to step up, draw a curve, coming down at the same height for the ankle, and then we're just going to curve out the heel. From this point, I want to draw in the bottom of the foot. So we're going to draw the span of the foot. We're going to curve up the heel. We're going to do another curve for the ball of the foot. And now we're just going to layer in some toes. So I'm just going to draw a curve like a C for one toe. Do an overlap for a second toe. You're probably not going to see all 5 toes, maybe. I'll pull that back like that. And then from here, I'm just going to curve up to that ankle. Let's go to this side. Now this foot isn't going to be facing in the same direction or facing that way. It's actually facing forward. So I'm going to try and get the calf here. So I'm going to draw a line like this to line up the inside part of the knees. Curving in. Okay. Outside here, I'm going to curve in the opposite direction. So I got the knee right here to the ankle. So if you want to show a little bit of kneecap, you just draw a little curve like this. Over here, you just draw a little curve like that. Just draw on the feet. So I'm going to draw the ball of the foot, or the heel first. We're going to overlap the ball of the foot on top of the heel. So up here, just going to draw a curve like this, just to show that there's depth going this way. For a toe, we're going to do an overlap. Draw a curve like this, almost like a circle with an open end. We're just going to layer in 5 toes. 3, 4, like backward C's. From here, I'm just going to curve up into that ankle there. And that's pretty much it. There's a very simple bowler from Clash of Clans. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give us a like and share this with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.